Welcome back to the Krabby Club podcast. I am your host, Randy Victory, and this is a show about anything, and I think I screwed that intro up. So, a while back, I released a podcast episode called, if you haven't heard it, or listened to it, yeah, that's the same thing. It's the, why hasn't PSO2 Fantasy Star Online been released yet? And by that time, the quarantine in Arizona was going to supposedly be over by the 30th of April. It's still going on. It's May 14th. And future games. Okay, so I'm asking people to give me ideas about topics to talk about in an episode. I already have one for this episode, so next episode's going to be that one. And I asked the guy I worked with, and I personally consider him, I wish I met him in physical form, in actual person, face to face, because I consider him an acquaintance just because, actually I consider him an online friend just because I haven't met him in a real location. Technically, I was supposed to go meet him before I worked with him in, I forgot, it was the Worlds in somewhere in California. I forgot what it was. It was like 5 hours away from me, and I could have gone and met him. But today's episode, even though we've already talked about this, smaller YouTubers, what it actually means to be small. Like, what does it truly mean to be a small YouTuber? Technically, I wouldn't consider myself small. Now, in terms, yes, I am a small YouTuber, being that I've only have 110 subscribers and 11,000 views, I think it was. But I have gotten videos with higher viewer count than most people ever get when they begin. It's just by luck, like literally pure luck that I got there, and also that the algorithm was able to pick it up, and start moving it around. It was my Infinity Gauntlet opening, opening. It was interesting, but I gotta say that when I started the Random Victory, we were able to even make a few cents on it, just make a few cents on the channel, and just evolve it, create it, continue, just like how Mr. Beast started. Like, he collected and saved up every cent he ever got every time he released a video, and yeah, that's how most people. But now you can't do that. They stopped doing that. And they say they want to support smaller YouTubers, but the way the system is, like that, it's practically never going to happen. Now, some people get a hit. They increase from nothing to zero by having skill, by having this, because they've gone to school, and usually it's someone older. Of course, kids also might get it by doing a viral video or something that happened, There's certain things that happen that will cause them to get famous. Of course, now you have TikTok and some other stuff, and you can get famous off of that. But I personally, some of the videos on TikTok, I haven't seen it. It's just on my feed on Facebook. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're just repetitive and not funny, and I don't know what they were thinking. If you're trying to use sex appeal, I guess it's going to work with horny teenagers, but come on, at least make some good content, Like, I prefer some good, funny comedian content over something stupid. Like, oh, here's my gigantic breast, who's coming, I don't know, what do you do on TikTok? Subscribe? Follow? I don't know freaking what you do on there. I don't care. But on YouTube, you can't, if you're small, it's really hard to increase. It takes time, it takes dedication. You have to have consistency to grow. And I gotta say, I don't have that. Yeah, I mean, with my streaming, my videos have been getting at least 10, 30 views on them. Decent, but I have 100 people on it. Some of them have been inactive for who knows how long, and probably that's the reason why they were inactive before the whole corona thing. Some of them are still posting, some of them turned off the notifications to never see my videos ever again, Just wanted that quick sub from another person. I've never done that, to go to a video and just say, hey, good video, mate. Or just sound generic, I actually give thought into the comment. Like, if I watch the video, I'm whose video was it? Negative Legend. On YouTube, it was the Monster Strike episode. I said that something along the lines like that the game was really fun, and I got back. I was into it for so long, and once I finally got something along the lines of, I played it for a long time, and then when I took a month something off, the game was gonna be removed from the US server in a few months. And that kind of sucked. I actually followed him on Instagram, and he followed me back. That was actually a pretty awesome day. But yeah, there's with all the things that happened, with all the Kappa, COVID, and all those things, you can't really. Yeah, I guess with all the people that can make content at home, like people that make video games or just talk, or of course those take time, like documentary videos, like images, just images and not actual live action film, then you can do those at home. Like Dead Meat, I really enjoyed their videos, and I haven't listened to their podcast in a while. I should probably go back. I'm missing a few 20 episodes at least, but yeah, it's not too bad. They have a... what was I saying? What was I doing? I completely forgot what this topic was supposed to be about. I'm completely lost. Okay, what was I thinking? Let me think. So the whole purpose for this episode was that they want people to grow, but yes, with videos and that, but what about if they don't have the equipment to grow? Yeah, people say like start with what you have. With what you have, being your phone. Technically, yeah, I could start with my phone. I've recorded some pretty good videos on it, but still, my phone only records at 720p, and I'm pretty sure not at 60 frames. And yeah, I take some good pictures, some good videos if I have the right lighting or the right area. But usually, I would never record live video and then upload it. I had that issue a while back, and I just completely hated it. Where the audio wasn't matching, it wasn't matching, it was off by almost a minute, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not gonna try to find the right lip flap just to get this done. So I just threw it away and said goodbye. And yeah, that's been things. Now, I don't know why they removed I know the partner program, all those, you need like 440,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers, and more like, some people will never get to see the 40,000 or 400,000 watch hours because people just give up. So I've seen people give up so fast on their channels. I know a few people have given up and not even tried anymore. My friend Starduelist, he was growing in an extremely fast rate. He was going 10. Every few weeks, he was already getting 10 or more subscribers. But then he stopped. Stopped getting motivated. He stopped making videos. And recently, he's been back making videos, but you don't see the same kind of growth he was making when he was still starting. Technically, if he had kept going and he had kept increasing his video quality over time, he would have been one of the big three. Maybe one of the big three, maybe the top 30. I don't know how many. I know there's a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers that make amazing content. Personally, my favorites are Team APS, Ruggles, and Cyber Knight. They make really good content. Some people, they make good content, but I'm not into the whole overhype thing like Leonhardt and Team Samurai. They make great content. I love the old openings. I like the hype, the thing that makes everyone love them, you know. I understand. It's just not my thing. I prefer calm, chill, you know. Sometimes even monotone. Not all the time. Sometimes monotone is just kind of boring, and I get that. For me, after all, I I was watching my oldest videos, my Comic-Con ones, and they were almost 30 minutes long. And until I made my second episode, I noticed that I made better up. The beginning of the episode, for anyone who hasn't seen my Comic-Con video, it's over on Reign and Victory, not on Chuyito. But my first one was over 30 minutes long, and the camera I was using was not built for that. It started overheating, and you could tell, because the image started to get distorted, or pixels and everything. Then I looked up, the camera just had those issues in low light, and other issues that I probably should have made sure before it was bought. I didn't know. And also, I hate how Canon has the freaking changed they still had double A's in like 2016. I'm like, what were you thinking? Like, who uses double A's in cameras anymore? At that time, by 2010, people were already using rechargeable batteries. It's like, what the? It took you a little bit too long there to process, huh? It's like a little bit less brain power than most people. But I don't know. This episode is as crazy as the last one. I don't remember what we talked about the last. Oh, reselling. That's it. Also, if I don't remember all the things, if things are outdated or changed, it's because I'm recording this in bulk. I'm recording this right before the Scoob movie comes out tomorrow, and I want to see that movie, so I'm getting ready. Of course, I can't stream it or anything, being that I don't want to get cease and desist, boom, at my doorstep, like, oh, so you live streaming Scoob, huh? You're gonna die. It's like, oh, damn it. I knew it! But, yeah, I prefer the old YouTube, where anyone that could begin could, you know, get a little bit of money, you know, a few cents, even if it was only a few cents, that would help them, you know. If it was a gaming YouTuber, if they had a few cents they saved up during the sales on Steam, they would be able to buy games for their channel. And some people that needed mics or that stuff for their channel, they could. People say, oh, you have to buy this mic or this mic. No. You want to know what mic I had? Technically, these are the mics I've had. First of all, I started with the Razer Kraken. I don't know if it was the Pro or not. Razer Kraken, refurbished, $50. From there, I went over to the Blue Yeti. Worst mistake ever. It sounded good if you got the right settings, but then it started making a buzzing noise, and I didn't tell that to the guy I sold it to. I was like, yeah, it works perfectly. I was like, no, freaking doesn't. That thing is broken. So yeah, I sold that. And then I eventually bought what else did I buy? Eventually, I bought my biggest upgrade purchase. That was, other than my PC, it was my Scarlett Solo Studio. Came with the mic, headphones, condenser, and everything. It was $300. Yeah. And guess what? You're probably thinking, oh, you're using that one, right? That's why it sounds so amazing. No, it doesn't. I tell you what mic I'm using. It's the same one I use for my streams. It's the Fine $21 mic. Fine. Actually, if they sponsored me with their equipment, I've bought in a lot of their equipment. I bought this mic. I bought a few other stuff, especially the wireless mic they had. It was lapel mic and that stuff. It's great equipment. I won't lie. I have it. I own it. Of course, the sticker is no longer on it just because it fell off. You know, over time when you grab it, where the sticker is just gonna come off. So, and also I can't use a $300 mic on a Chromebook. It doesn't run .exe files. So I'm using this. You know, I was like, if I'm gonna do my podcast, I'm gonna do it right. So I did a little investment. Technically, that investment hasn't come back yet. You know, a few cents is not gonna pay $21, but you know, buying, reselling, that actually paid it off. But yeah, it's just, I prefer the old ways where you could collect a few cents. Technically, they still owe me 11 cents. They never paid me, and I'm not gonna fight them for 11 cents. especially because that's stupid or redundant, and yeah, just stupid. If I just do that, I'm like, pay me at my 11 cents. I was like, here you go. Oh, thank you. So yeah, pay the Supreme Court hundreds, thousands of dollars just to get 11 cents. I'm like, wow, you're rich? She was like, nope, I sold 2 limbs and a kidney. I was like, wait, then how are you walking? Because I took these limbs against their will. Reattach it, become Frankenstein. That came out wrong, but yeah. Tell me if you enjoyed the old ways before they removed the whole, hey, getting paid a small YouTube. Was it done to save money? Was it done because they never thought we would ever grow? Never believed in us, Hey, let's keep the big guys and forget about the small guys. Like, I know it takes time, but it will take forever for people to make money on here. Some people never make it to 1,000. Some people reach 1,000, but don't have the hours needed to get into the program, so they just give up. It's just, I don't think it's fair. I preferred it even if it was only a few cents, a month, for just being consistent, giving content. Because technically we're giving them content. They're using us as content to make money off of us. And do we ever see that? No, we never see that money. We never see that check in the mail, It's like, no, they just exploit us. But we're also using their website and other stuff. And it's just ring around the rosy, It never works out. I mean, if I made something like this, I wish I made it well. Where I made something where everyone would be happy, would be capable of making money, and where I would make money. And not be, of course, yeah, equals, You make me content, practically like TV, We give you a check, you make us something, But yeah, this episode was all over the place. It was crazy, not as structured, I guess. I didn't know what I was talking about half the time. So yeah, thank you all for listening to the Krabby Club podcast, and until next time. Also, the podcast is being released on Anchor and Spotify and some other places. Go check it out.